So this is the Vivo T4 and it's launching in India on April 22nd, but I've already spent some time with it and yeah, I've got some thoughts. Before we get into all of that though, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more early look and exclusive content like this. Let's talk design. The T4 has a plastic back and frame, which, okay, doesn't scream premium, but this thing is pretty solid. Vivo's even throwing around military-grade impact resistance, which sounds intense until you realize it's paired with an IP65 rating. Now, the unit I've been testing is the Phantom Grey one, very minimalist, muted, and apparently inspired by the Toyota GR Supra, which is a weirdly specific flex. It also did catch some smudge every now and then. Overall, the design is clean and understated, except for that camera bump. It's massive. It's the kind that makes you think you're getting something special from Zeiss or Hasselblad. Spoiler alert, you're not. Now, turns out that camera bump isn't the only thing going large on the T4, because it comes with a monster 7300 mAh battery, same as the iQOO Z10 if that rings a bell. I've been using this phone for about a week now and I've needed to only charge it once every 2 days. And I'm not talking about light usage. I've been on calls, scrolling through Instagram, watching YouTube videos, and even doing a bit of gaming. I've been consistently getting around 35 to 40 hours on a single charge. That's pretty wild, like forget the charger at home wild. What's even more impressive is that Vivo squeezed this massive battery into a 7.93mm frame while keeping the weight under 200 grams. That's all thanks to the latest silicon carbon battery tech. It packs in more energy than your typical lithium-ion cell. That means you get more juice without turning the phone into a brick. You also have a fast 90-watt charger included in the box, which tops up the phone from 0 to 50% in around 30 minutes. Now let's talk cameras. On the back, there's a 50-megapixel Sony IMX882 sensor with OIS and a basic 2-megapixel depth sensor. That's it. To be fair though, the main sensor holds up pretty well. Images are sharp, punchy, and vibrant, sometimes a bit too vibrant. But if that saturation feels a bit much, just switch on natural color mode. It tones things down while still looking great. The camera app feels super responsive, especially the shutter button. Vivo has baked its Pro Sports Mode algorithm right into the default 1x shooting mode. It's also great for fast-moving subjects like pets, kids, sports, and you get sharp zero-lag shots with much better motion detection. Zoom is handled surprisingly well. At 2x, the shots still hold detail and color. Sure, you can go up to 10x digitally, but at this point, you're not getting the best results. For selfies, you get a 32-megapixel front wide-angle camera, and it does a solid job. Skin tones look natural, there's good detail, and the algorithm isn't too aggressive with the blemishes. Low-light performance is also impressive. You get decent detail, solid colors, and processing that doesn't go overboard. Sure, there's some noise, but it doesn't look artificially cleaned up like most budget phones. Video recording maxes out at 4K 30fps from both the rear and front cameras. The colors are slightly muted, which is expected. Stabilization is where things get iffy. There's an ultra stabilization mode, but it works at 1080p, and there's a noticeable crop. Even then, the footage can feel jittery at times. The front cam's video pops in terms of color, but it's way too shaky to vlog with. You'll definitely need a gimbal if that's your plan. Now here's my biggest issue with this phone. There's no ultra-wide camera. The 50-megapixel main sensor is fairly wide at 26mm, but I'd happily trade that 2-megapixel depth sensor for a decent ultra-wide any day. Anyway, at the time of making this video, the official price hasn't been revealed because, it still hasn't launched, but if I had to guess, I'd expect it's priced somewhere under 25,000 rupees. And if that turns out to be the case, the Vivo T4 definitely shows promise. Now, if you're interested in a more in-depth review for the Vivo T4, just let us know in the comments and we'll try to make it happen. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.